We have our lawyer here now, so we can swear in SIPA and the BPNG team very quickly, and then we can go through.
I think I can speak up. Yes. Those who came in after the swearing in, you can stand up, and I will swear you in as witness. Put your right hand up. You'll take your oath. You repeat after me. The evidence I shall give. Repeat after me. Thank you. Okay, you repeat after me. The evidence I shall give.
The evidence I shall give
On this examination.
on this examination
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the whole truth.
and nothing but the whole truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sorry for that slight oversight. We can commence again with our dear friend. Please, at each time, just introduce yourself, what your position is in the organization you work for, and a brief explanation of what you do in regards to the discussions that we are having now, or in this instance, the export of alluvial gold.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Elim Kiang, and I'm with the Economics Department. And my job basically involves dealing with policy matters as well as regulatory matters. So that's my job at the Economics Department.
Okay, thank you. And please continue, and then maybe one of you can summarize exactly what your team does as a team. Where does Bank of PNG come in? I heard earlier that it issues licenses to companies that are exporting. So I'd like to hear a bit about, in this regard, how do you ensure that those companies are companies that are compliant with PNG laws, etc., and how do you monitor these efforts of these companies to ensure that they comply with the license requirements, etc.? Maybe you can add on that in your explanations. Thanks.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon. I am Wilson Jonathan, Acting Head of the Economics Department. The main task of the Economics Department is to coordinate the formulation of monetary policy. But along with it is the role of issuing gold export licenses. So we are here for that part of the role of the Economics Department.
Chairman and Governor, thank you. I'll just add on to what my two colleagues just said. Where the as my colleague on the right said, our role in the overall alluvial sector is especially on the licensing, regulating the gold export license. So you may wonder what we actually do, and I'll just outline the basic process of how that regulation actually, how we implement that. First, what happens is that when the exporter wants to export gold, there's some export forms that it's called a Form G, the central bank issues. And in that Form G, it has all the volume and the value of the gold that is exported. So that applies to both the mining export and the alluvial sector. For alluvial sector, it's those that have license, alluvial gold export license that the central bank issue. And for the mines, the big mines, the gold exporters. So those export forms, together with the invoices, the commercial invoices, they send it first to the, and as well as the assay report. Those are the documents that forms the export process. So those documents are sent to MRA first. And MRA assessed it. MRA assessed those the value and the content as well as the assay report. The assay report goes to MRA. MRA actually assessed it and they stamp it, they sign it off, and then it comes to Bank of PNG. And that's when Bank of PNG assess it, and our position in that is we monitor the foreign exchange part of it, where export value, and we reconcile that. So when the export, exporters export the gold. After within a month, we ask them to provide the the report, the credit advice, through the bank account and all that. Those information we collect them and we do our analysis, and we see if there is a issue with the receipt or if there is underestimation or overestimation. That's when we ask the companies to actually give us an account of what has happened, and from we have the record. That is the export reconciliation part of it. So in that process, we regulate the export since we issued a gold export license. And coming back to the point that Governor touched earlier on those gold, especially on the declining of the gold export in the recent years, yes, we confirm that. Our record also confirm what Dr. Telma has provided. The alluvial export value and volume has declined significantly, and we have done some work around that. We have went as far as all the state agencies that are actually involved in the export process, the border controls, the customs, MRAs, and we have actually flagged this information with them, and they are aware of that. And we have also done some on-site audit of what, basing on the reports that we collect. And Governor, we also did a formal update of what we're supposed to present, but our apology, we haven't, I think it hasn't come on time. We just completed, it will be signed up today, and then we will send it to you for your noting of our assessment and our position on this inquiry.
That's okay. You can present it at a later date once you've completed it.
Yes.
Very quickly, there was a presentation here by Dr. Telma and also from our own information sources that we have. There is this information that's just emerged that a particular company has been exporting gold to an organization that is not a refinery, and then transshipping it to Singapore, for instance, Hong Kong to Singapore. Are you also aware of this?
We have, yes, we have those companies that are the local alluvial exporters companies, right?
Correct.
Yes, companies that export to our requirement for the export offshore. It's LBMA aggregated refineries. That was
So,
the initial.
Very quickly,
Yeah.
these companies that are all exporting, do they give you a refinery assay report from where they're exporting to? I would assume that
Yes,
all your companies
they-
that are exporting alluvial gold would be required to give you a report.
Out-end report.
Yes, and
Yes.
that report will detail a refinery report from the purchaser.
Yes, it's called the out-end report. We do receive that when they lodge their returns
So
of export proceeds.
in this instance, the information suggests that this company has been exporting to a entity in Hong Kong and then transshipping it to Singapore. So the refiner that information from Hong Kong is not coming through, I would assume.
Governor, may I know which it's a company that exports to Hong Kong, right?
Correct. I think from the information that we're receiving, or we've received, is that there is a particular exporting company from PNG. It's a foreign-owned company from what we know, and it's exporting to Singapore, but it's exporting through Hong Kong. Now, the explanations were presented by Dr. Telma here, and I may ask you, Kevin, to just give us an explanation. I might not be correctly framing this question, just for clarity purposes of the analysis that you did of the information available. This particular company has been exporting to Hong Kong and then transshipping it to Singapore, am I correct? The refiner is based in Singapore?
You're correct that they are exporting the gold to their own company in Hong Kong.
Their own company in Hong
Yeah.
Kong.
Which is not a refiner.
Okay.
So that's the interesting part here, perhaps, is is that we don't know how the Bank of Papua New Guinea operates or how it emits exporting licenses. Perhaps there's a special case in this. You know, that's something we don't have insight into. You know, that this company asked for permission to behave this way or something like that. But so that's the most that I can provide is that we know that it's, you know, it's going to this this destination in Hong Kong.
Okay. Thank you. So we refer to the company as Company X. We have the details. We will provide the details to you so that your organization can have a look at it. But we're trying to understand how this has been happening over a period of time, where you see gold production seems to be dropping. Gold prices are going up through the roof. And if you care to look anywhere in Papua New Guinea, gold activities are just rife, you know. Everyone's going into it wherever there's gold to be found. Yet the gold production and exports seem to be dropping. We just heard from MRA that they've dropped significantly. Then you have instances of where smuggling has just been taking place and 22 kilos of gold have been picked up at the airport. And then we've got this information that a company has been exporting to itself, essentially, you know, in Hong Kong and then transshipping it to Singapore. So have you heard of this, or are you aware of this at all? And how would your organization treat this? That's basically what I'm getting at. Thanks.
My senior will
Chair, let me answer the question. Okay, let me just backtrack back to where I stopped earlier. So then the applicant is required to make sure that they establish the assaying process in terms of the where they are going to establish their local refining, assaying. All that information has to be submitted, as well as the applicant has to inform us as to who they are going to export the gold to. And if they're going to be doing some refining abroad, they need to tell us who that refiner is. Now, that's basically sets out the process of submitting the application, and the bank then takes it from there, then screens the application. If it meets the requirement, then the bank issues a gold export license. Now, one key part of that is that any refiner, if it has to go through some kind of further refining to make sure that the quality of gold reaches LBMA standard, which is basically 99.99% gold, purity of gold, then that applicant is required to make sure that that refiner is LBMA accredited. It cannot be any other refiner. So that's the requirement for further refining abroad. Now, in terms of coming back to this particular exporter, we are aware of it. We are aware of it, and we have done our own internal assessment in terms of what's coming into the country in terms of export proceeds, as well as what's going out of the country in terms of actual shipment of gold. And we saw a significant decline between 2021 and 2024. So we began investigating, and by first starting off with the licensed gold exporters, we met with them and to find out exactly what they are seeing in terms of this anomaly in the data that we are seeing. And they did tell us that, yes, there's smuggling going on. So we went further than that, and we did actually went to the place where this particular Company X is conducting its business operations this year. And we did an investigation into the refining and assaying process. And up until now, we have completed the report, and the report is going to management with recommendation as to what we need to do going forward. So part of that investigation also involved liaising with other stakeholders, especially the airlines at the airport. Now, we did have discussions with them, and what they told us was that the screening machines there are not calibrated to detect gold and physical cash. This is one of the problems we found out. That's contributing to this issue of smuggling of gold.
I'll just interrupt you there very quickly. So this company is required to give you a report upon every export it does from the company that's going to refine the gold I just want to clarify
Correct,
that.
correct. It's required to do that. So at the time when we did the audit, we did it together with the MRA team. And audit found out that the equipment that they're using is not up to standard. So that's part of the recommendations that we have made to management. Once management approves the recommendation,
So is the company stopped from exporting until they meet this requirement, or are they still allowed to export as they please?
once the report goes to management and the management gives us a green light to
How long
proceed,
will this take?
then we will issue instruction to the company.
So how long will this take?
It should take us within a month to issue instruction to the company.
From the first date that you detected this, when did you detect this?
It was, I think it was in 2014 something, it was in July.
So from 2014 till now, 2025, this company has still been exporting. Is that what you're telling me, even though you've known that they were operating apparently illegally?
It's not illegally, but
Well, if they're
the
sending
quality
refinery
of gold that
reports-
they were shipping was below what we expected. And that triggered us to investigate.
For instance, okay, thank you. Governor Bird, you wanted to ask a question.
Well,